Hello everyone. Good good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope that you are doing fine. There from I think there is in the afternoon. Here is in the evening. So I trust that you are doing fine and everything is going well. Uh, my name is Eliakim Eli and I will just be your instructor today. I'll just teach a small thing about our smart car. Right. Welcome to our robot car training. So today it will be a packed day, and if you have any question, please feel free to ask in the chat. We are all just asking the chat, yes. And if you can hear me, please just let me know so that I can correct. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we're just fixing the sound. That is perfect. Okay, what do we have today? We just have a project which is mainly about our smart car, and we'll just be talking about different two main parts on our car, right? What is the car that's just using? Like you can see, the title is using an ESP32 and an Arduino UNO with different components, right? What our car will be able to do. The ESP32 will just help us to connect to Wi-Fi and create a simple web page where you can open a page interface in your phone and you can control your car. You can go live and control your car through your phone. So I'm just explaining just very fast so that we can go deep into it. So the ESP32 and the Arduino UNO, they just talk to each other using communication methods, like sending message through wires. So you press a button here on your website, on web page, and then you get some reaction on the car. Basically, that is all that we'll talk about. That's what's all about the car. And at the end, I believe they say that we'll have like a report that you will do if you manage to understand what you'll be doing or to be talking about our car today. So please let me know if I'm going very fast and if I'm slow. Just let me know. I will know how to change and how to follow the path, right? Okay. What our car will do, what our robot car will do is a very simple robot. We are just control the car from the website. The car will show you what the camera is going, where the camera is moving. The ESP32 will handle the Wi-Fi and the video, and the Arduino will just control the movement. The whole car, the whole kit, like I said from the beginning, is a product that is based on the ESP32. The main function, the main board that we'll just talk about, the ESP32 and the Arduino UNO, which master the control. Okay, without taking too much, we just want to go through the content. What will be our content for our PPT today? Okay, so we are going first just to explain what we will be doing today. It will be very long, but please just stay with me. And if, like I said from the beginning, if it's very fast, please let me know in the comment section. I will know how to reduce the pace. Okay, the first part of today will just have an overview of the smart car, the car components, and to understand how to control the speed using the PWM. Don't worry about the term. We all explain these words that look sometimes scary, but it's very easy. We'll realize at the end whether it was very easy. And the second part that will control about to display the distance using the ultrasonic sensor, which will show so there. And in the same exercise, we'll just use now the ESP32 to control our car, or the distance of the car through the web page. The third part, it will be about the web control robots. This will be the part that things become very fun. Like I said from the beginning, this will be very fun at this point. It will be like now things are becoming practical. They are not only about teaching a lot of stuff. You just see like what you type on your computer on the sketch on Arduino, realize like that's what is happening on your car. And the last part, which is the final project, which is the goal of what you are doing, is to be able not to realize a device or a robot that has the camera stream that display the distance display, and that control the car. On your interface, you'll have a small space where you'll see the image live stream. At the same time, you'll be able to see the distance to the object or to the obstacle, and you can be able to control the car. So that will be basically what we'll talk about in our training. And without continuing too very fast, I think there will be some materials they have sent to you that will help you to go through. And from what we heard is that you have started already with the car, the assembling of the car, so that is very easy. So today we just discuss more about the coding, how the code works and how it functions from one step to another one, so that you can be able to edit it according to your own design. Okay, let's start. Like I said, for our project, it's a very fun and easy project that I know it won't take us too long to finish. It won't take us too long to just do. Let's start very fast without taking too much time. The part one. What the part one? Now, like I said from the beginning, it's the overview of the car. It's the overview of the car. There's nothing complicated about this. And I'll display also a part of the video on the screen so that you can see what I'm saying. You'll be seeing it live. And I would like if you could have your own cars with you, so that whenever I'm talking about something, you can be able to see. It won't only be like theory, but it will be practical and theory at the same time. Okay. So this is the picture, how I can say that you see when they send you the document that contains all the equipment and all the components that we will use for today. On it, you'll see there is an expression board, there is Arduino board, there is the ESP32 cam, there is a chassis with the black spots right here. This is a black thing that you fixed everything on it. This is an ultrasonic sensor. This one, there will be just a Mecanon well that they use an axle, that peripheral axle, that can allow them to turn with different transition. Here we have the motors, and here just the place for the battery, for the power, and here is just the support for the ultrasonic sensor. Just to explain, to make it easy to explain, I believe that, like I said, that there's something I won't dwell it too much. I'll just continue very fast without taking too much time, so that you can go home or you can have your time to try to understand it by yourself. Here, just to explain how to use the Arduino, how the Arduino works. And I know that they have sent you the file and you have downloaded Arduino on your own computers, right? Let me just give a small introduction of the place for Arduino. Okay. Okay. For those who didn't download the Arduino yet, here is just a simple thing to do. There is a link that I will send to you. When you click on this link, it will take you to this page. And from this page, you'll select which software or system you are using. And we can just follow the step of this one. You'll be able to download it. From here, for those who are using Windows, those who are using Linux, there's a package here, and Mac, also there is a package. Okay, you just go, but if you are very rich and you want to donate, feel free to donate and then download. This is the version that I believe most of us have downloaded. You just follow the steps, like most of the time, just next, accepting, fetching the location, and all the things. And at the end, after finish to download, now we'll have this software that they call Arduino IDE. Is the one that help us now to do the fun stuff on our car. That will help us to implement our car. Without it, is quite difficult to do anything that you can do, unless you have another way, a more sophisticated way for those who are doing software. Right. Okay. Now, when we have after downloading the Arduino, this is the interface of the Arduino that you will see. I'll go and explain it later. This is just to explain the material that you'll use. And when we'll have the time to talk about Arduino, we will discuss about it plainly. But that's what the thing that will help you is try to go through this material over and over again to try to understand, because it's not everything that we will be able to cover right now. Okay. Oh yes, I remember. This is the part that I wanted to say for those who have downloaded Arduino, but they couldn't find, like, whenever you plug in the Arduino board, you cannot see it. When you go, most of the time, when you go to this place, I will explain it also later. When you go to this place and you're trying to find a port, but you're not finding it, so they will also send a package. They also send the package that comes with this plan. You can download it and install it, and to allow you to read the USB board on your computer so that Arduino can be used, right? Everything is here. Just follow the steps and it will be very easy for you to do. This is for those who are using Mac, iOS. Feel free to read and understand. This is the part also I'm going to explain later, but it will be for Mac users. For Windows also we'll explain also very soon. And now it will be the part of the ESP32 board. You use the same process as Arduino, but this one you need to import the library. And most of us will just have to download it. It's not that very complicated. It's just there. You can just download it and then you can find it. Okay. For those who does not find it here, does not find it whenever you download, there's some people, if you download, cannot find, but some others, when you want to install it, those who are using, I think the latest version of the ESP32, I think is 3.3.6. That one, that it has an issue. Most of the time it doesn't work. So you can select the one that we will all use, which is 2.0.14. That one is easy to install, does not have any complications, right? Okay. And this is just a small part that we will use, and we'll explain it very later. And after that, we realize like everything is done. I was just going to go a bit quick about the Arduino, which I believe you have installed already. Okay, let's continue with our components. Right, Arduino. Now, when we talk about this wonderful and amazing thing called Arduino board, this will be like the main thing that you will use to control the car. All the commands, all the codes that you will say, that you will do, you'll just send it inside here, and it will help you to read and to understand what is going on. Okay. If you have your Arduino with you, or if you didn't read the material, I just took this part from the components. How does it work? There are different parts that we'll use that are very important to know and to understand how it works. First, we have the Type-C USB. There is where you'll send all your data. That port is where you connect from that one to the USB cable to the computer. So from the computer to the Arduino, we just use this board here. That will help you to charge or to load all the coding, all the information from the sketch to Arduino. We have the reset button. Sometimes, what do we use this reset for? Sometimes, like if you are using an external power, like for example the batteries that we'll have to use later, or we can just connect to the computer. And for example, our car, there was a program loaded inside, it will just start moving, right? And you can even damage some few things. So most of the time, before uploading something, make sure sometimes you reset so that you'll be able to know and to see how things will flow. Okay, we have the RX and TX LED. Most of the time, that's the one when you upload something, you just see that one will just be blinking. And also we have a LED that is connected to one pin. Is the LED, what they call the LED 13, is on the pin 13. That is always connect there. And most of the time when you start using Arduino, that's the simplest things that you can do. Most of the time, say how to make it blink, how to go on and off, which you will see also in Arduino. Okay. Now we have a digital input and output ports. We will explain also later how to use it. That's where your information will come. Those information like 0, 1, and you want to send something out, you want to switch on and off an LED. If you want to do something, you want to send a signal, all of these things is just what you will use. And there's also the analog input ports. They are those ones that not use only signal that understand 0 and 1. There's a one like analog, it's like sinus signals, right? For those who are doing electronics and electricity, they can understand what you're talking about. Okay, as we can see also, we have the power button. Those are the ones that you have to power it from an external source. And the most important thing that you will use in our exercise or with our car is that part called the power supply. Remember, try to read the manual of the Arduino to be able to know so that nothing wrong will happen. Okay. Next, we are about to start and discuss about the ESP32 CAM. What is the most important part to read or to understand about this one? First, we'll just use the Type-C board, which is the same as on the Arduino board. We'll use the serial communication, which will connect to the extension. This part I'm talking about. This one, the serial communication board. This one will just be you'll connect here to the expansion board. And this one will be the one powering the ESP32 and sending information through the same cables, which we'll explain later. Okay, and also the most amazing things here is just this one, the camera. Yes, this is our camera that we'll use it. We will use for our exercises. So without taking too much time here, let's just explain the expansion board interface so that we can understand what you will do. And I will also show practically what we are saying on the computer, like from the video that I will just display to you. Okay. On this one, we will connect the two motors, which we'll call the wheels. We'll connect from these 3 ports here. And also we have the serial communication. This is where the ESP32 will come to. And this one, I wanted to say, this one, every time, to not damage the ESP32, you have to make sure that you remove this one from the expansion board interface before loading it, so that you won't destroy the ESP32, to not damage it. The second part is the one that we'll use to ultrasonic sensor port, right? And this one is an alternate port that we really don't need to know for now. The only thing that we need to know for now when it comes to our car, smart car, first is the serial communication, ultrasonic sensor port, and the 4 motor ports. This part, and this part. Those are the most important things that to know, at least now. And from the ESP32, there is a reset button. Sometimes the the motherboard already has memories kept inside, or maybe there was a program that was still running. So sometimes, to make sure it doesn't run again when you plug it in, you can reset the button and restart. Or sometimes where there is a bug, it can happen. You can also restart it again. Okay. Why I started from the boards only, I wanted to explain. I divided the components into 3 parts. First, I just spoke about the control and processing board. These are the 4 things, the 3 things that we will use that process and that control the car, right? Now, next you want to talk about the sensor, which we have finished. We talk about the camera, which is the visuals, and there is an ultrasonic, this one. How the ultrasonic works. Please, if I'm fast, just let me know. Let me know in the chat box. I will know how to make it more simple or to not talk too fast. Okay. This amazing thing that we have here, this ultrasonic, how does it work? Let me take an example. It's like something that works, is like, okay, let me say for the bats. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that I can say that we know and how it works. You know how the bat works or how it sees. Sometimes it sends the sound and waits to hear or to see the echo of the sound. That's the same thing. That's how the ultrasonic sensor will work. It will send a waves in front until it hits an obstacle, and then wait for it to see or to hear again, to capture, to receive again that waves or sound. So that will be known to measure from when I should turn, or from when I should stop, or from when I should continue, or if there is a space to continue or not to continue. But with those information, we can use it for different things. But for our car, it will just help us to define or to see the distance between an obstacle, from the car to the obstacle, or how should we follow, how should we escape, or how should we drive our car, if I can explain. So feel free to read what I'm doing here, and we will continue. The last part is the mechanical parts and chassis. This one. These small mechanism wheels, they are very amazing. They are very, very, very amazing. As I said, I put a text here so that you'll be able to read and to see how it works. Right? This does not only go forward, but it can move us in translation. It can still move on itself, if I can say it like that. Even when you fix it, you will see how you are supposed to. You are not supposed to be fixed on the car the way we fix normal wheels or tire that we have. But this one is more special. It can even turn on itself. Okay. This is the chassis that where we'll put all our components. Right. Here is where all the components will be. And I believe we have done that part. These are just motors, and we don't need to know a lot about it. This one just supports where we will fix both our ultrasonic sensor and ESP32. Okay. So after all of that, this is what we will have. And I will just like to show you directly how it looks like in real time, which I believe that you already have it. Let me show you. Okay, this is how it looks, right? Like I was saying, this is just an expansion board interface. The Arduino is here. Here is where we connect the Type-C that goes directly to the computer. And this is the ESP32, right? Here's where we'll be connected, and it will go directly to send information on the computer. This is the ultrasonic. Okay. So now I think we are good to start. So before we start properly, I just want to say what our car will be able to do, right? I think most of people that say you are just showing us the car or what the car can do. Here is what the car can do. Our robots, first, these are just some very simple and basic things that our car can do, right? Our smart car, what it can do. First, to avoid obstacles, to track the line, remote control, video streaming, AI vision, face or object recognition, ESTM, robotics and education. Okay. Feel free to ask us a question, please. Feel free to ask question if you feel like we are very fast. Feel free to ask question. We are here to answer. Okay. So, okay, I just see something in the comments. Yeah, I will just give you a quick explanation of the components of the car, what the car will do, how which component works, how it's connected to the other one, and how it will come together to work together and make it like a car that we want. Okay, sorry. Oh, okay. Let's try to see how can you show the sensors very. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Let me just go back just to be fast. From what I heard, apparently I was a bit fast. Okay. Yeah, this is what we're saying. I just want to show with the cursor what I'm touching and what I'm doing. Okay. From the Arduino board, this is the main part, the type C, where you will use to connect to the USB, type C to USB to the computer. This is the part. This is a reset button in case you want to upload information or a program on Arduino and it's already start moving. You can do this to stop any movement that is happening on your card or on your board, right? This one is this XR LED is the one that shows most of the time when you upload anything on the Arduino. This one here, we won't use it too much because mostly it's used for a beginner, the person who wants to know how to switch on and off a lamp. This part here is where you'll send information and receive information from. We'll explain it with Arduino, right? This part too as well is when you send the analog, like, how do I explain? Anything. Oh, okay. I'm a bit fast. Okay. Let me try to go as slow as I can. Yeah, because of the time restriction. Okay, I will just explain for those who have never used it before, but the code is coming. Okay. This is for the one who said I could not show the parts. I just wanted to show them so that they can know exactly what is going on. Maybe someone else assembled the car, but they was not there. Okay. This is the ESP32. This is the expression board. This is the ESP32. This is the ultrasound. Okay. These are the wheels. What I was talking about is the chassis, and this one is the motors. Now, after, please, for those who couldn't understand that, because of time, we won't come back again. We're just going straight and very fast. This is the car that we'll have. Now we are going to the part that our car will do. Okay. The second part of our day, of our today lesson, is what now we came here to do. Is to talk about the the program number 1. Right. We are talking about the PWM, what it is, how it works, how we control the speed, and what is the analog writers, and why the speed value range is from this to that. Okay. We move very fast. We move very fast. This is a small explanation so that we can go, because I see many people, they want to go directly to the codes. So this is just a very quick information about the PWM, sorry, what it is. It just stands for the pulse width modulation. I just try to put just lines here so that everyone can read. So whenever I'm going very fast, please feel free to stop me or to tell me that no, I'm fast, so that I can explain to those who cannot understand. What that this exercise number 1 does is only there to control the speed of the car, control the power. All right, I called it a pulse width modulation. Why we use it? We could have just used Arduino. Someone could ask, why you just use Arduino program without going through all of this? Arduino does not send half of voltage. For it, Arduino is only 1 or 0. For example, Arduino sends like 0 or 5 volts. It cannot send half. And for us, we don't need to just send our car to go fast and to go slow. We just to make sure our car goes slow, medium, and high. Right, that's what we are about to use for this part. That's the program number 1, what the program number 1 will do. I'm just on the theoretical part, and then I will later switch to the practical. Okay, those in the chat box, just keep on asking, no problem. We'll find a way to try to answer you live and directly. Okay, feel free to just keep on asking, so whenever we sit, we'll be able to read and answer you. Okay, now we go. The exercise number 1, which you will see, and it will send you the package. The only thing that it does is just to allow, the coding is just to allow us to control the speed from low to medium to high. Okay, that's what it will do. There's nothing very, very, very complicated about it. For those who really are impatient to read or to type the code, we are there. We are almost there, right? We just wanted to establish some foundation before we start. Okay, let me just open Arduino. Okay. So I just want to start this one for those who maybe may be their first time to open Arduino or to use Arduino. Whenever you open Arduino, this is what you will see. When you open Arduino, this is exactly what you will see. And I just wanted to say how to connect it to the computer, like I was saying from the beginning. Sometimes you can connect it and you are not on, and your computer doesn't recognize the Arduino or does not read any USB port. This is the part that I was saying. This is where you come and try to connect it. So when you open Arduino, for those who have never done it before, here's the place where you come and connect. You just up board manager and you select the Arduino that you'll use. Most of the time there is an Arduino UNO at the place that you can use, and we can go on with the code. Okay. And when it's time to the ESP32, you will be checking here. For example, let me say it. Here I only connect the Arduino on my computer. But when I will connect the ESP32, there will be another port that will come. Wait, very soon you'll see. Let me connect now my port, and you'll see that will just appear. You see, I just connected right now my ESP32, and you can see like there is an unknown port that just added. And whenever you want to add like a ESP32 on your computer, you just click on here, and then you'll come and change. Okay, how to change it? You come here, you define which USB port you want to use, which is called the serial port. COM3. COM3 is the new one I just put. It's just my ESP32. So I'll come and select it here. And now, how do I change it and make it like for ESP32? Since we are using two boards, I'll come here and select here ESP32. What you are using in ESP32 rover module, I'll just come and select and connect it. Okay. Trust that was fast and was easy to understand for those who wanted to connect on the. Want to start with the code. This part of the code, this part of the Arduino, is what we called the sketch. This part here is that we call the sketch. It's divided into two parts. There is void setup. As you can see here, they just explain it easy. You define things that will run once. Void loop is the code that you write inside that will keep on running until you stop it. Okay, until you stop it, you just keep on running until you stop or you power off the computer. Okay, I'm very fast. Okay, let me see what to do. Oh, this one we took first so that we can start explaining what we are doing, what we'll be doing this afternoon. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm very fast. Okay, I'm very sorry. So there are codes they send to you, right? There are codes they send to you, and most of them they are on this file. So let me open the file for you. When you open the material that they sent to you, okay, the exercise number 1 or the program number 1, how to control the car speed, you will find it in this file. And how do we open it from Arduino? We come here, we open, and then you look where is located on your computer, right? Let me say, for me, for example, is here. Number 1. Here, keep on opening, and then we just open. And then this is what will pop up. Many people may ask what all of these green, yellow, orange things, okay, what the meaning of these numbers, what are the meaning of those numbers, what are the meaning of all those things that you're seeing here. Okay, now here is now what you want to explain our code. We wrote the code. We didn't want to start typing the code because of time, so the code is already here. We just want to explain how we'll use the code. So please, before I start, I just want to give us some minutes. If you have a question, please feel free to ask the question before I continue, so that I won't be going ahead and some people are not getting. Because I was seeing the comment section, some people, they are saying that they want to know just how to connect the Wi-Fi, right? So that means that some people, they're a bit faster than other ones. So let's try to bear one another, I may go fast, I may go slow, depending on people. So let's just bear one another and then try to understand how we are moving. Okay, let me go down to check in the chat box, and then we see how is it going. Okay. Oh, yes. Someone is already doing our team is doing very amazing. The tech team, we are doing very good. So I don't need to come and explain. So yeah, everything that they said in the comment section, everything is like, what I'm just doing here is just to explain what is written. I'm not doing anything very complicated. We are trying to do things as fast as we can so that everyone will be able to see. So those who cannot or won't read the manual, but at least they can see from here and they can come and watch later. Okay, if we understood, I will just continue. Okay, and then we'll just have a break very soon. Just have a break very soon, because it has been a lot of information that we are sending to you. Okay, I just want to explain this code, how it works and what it does. What is the purpose of this code? The PWM. Here we're just teaching the car how to go forward, how to go backward, and how to stop with a different speed. That's what this whole code does. You see, it's not something very complicated. When you explain it, it is very simple. What we are doing is just telling the car, go forward, go backward, and stop. That's all that this code that has almost like 200 or 300 line of code. That's what is telling the car. Okay, that is as very easy as it can be. But if you're not understanding what I'm talking about, and if I'm very fast, kindly text us and we'll know how to answer to you. Let me explain this code and then we can have a break. How do we control? How do we send all what we have been saying? First, as we are writing the code, we just want to define the pins. I don't know if you still remember when I talk about the pins. Pins are these things here. Okay, these things here on the Arduino board. We just want to use two. They want to define how do we send information to the Arduino to understand what the PWM is doing. Okay. First, we just want to define. What define means? Hashtag define is just a function that is just there to tell Arduino whenever you see this number here, whenever you see these words here, treat it, send all the information to this one. I hope we understand each other. It's just simple things in coding. If you don't understand, try at least to get some time and try to read in Arduino. Arduino explain each function, every function. Explain every function and what it does. Right. To control the PWM, we will use only 2 wires. Okay. To control the speed of the motor, if I can just say it, we are using pin 5 and pin 6. These are the wires connected to control the speed of the motor. These 2 here, the one that we will define here. Now, here we have a register that helps us first. The second part, this part here, is the part that here it helps us to keep data, to store data, to keep on giving those 1 1 1 1 1 1 with the log. And I just want to explain it very easy and how it goes. The first one, when we define this one, this one is the one that sends the direction signals to the Arduino, to the board. It's just a simple function. Whenever you just see it, it will just go the way you see it. So it's just very simple, very simple. Sometimes you don't need to understand a lot, you can just copy it and then type. Since you already will provide the code, it will just be very easy for you. You don't even need to do a lot. Just copy and then let it flow. Okay. We define the EN pin. What is EN pin? It's the one that's just there to enable or disable the motor driver. We have the one that sends the data. Okay, data pin. This is the one that carries the direction. This line is the line that helps this one, this pins 8, to carry the direction information. If you're going forward, if you're going backward, if you're doing it, this is the one that is sending all those information to the board. And we have the last line. This is the one just there to tell the chip, here there is an update of the information. Now we are going here, now we are going there, and now we are moving there. Okay. Next, we are going now about the direction values. How to define forward, backward, and to stop the car. Okay. What is this one? Const int, which stands for constant integer. This is for the number that we don't want to change. We just want to fix this number, just to attribute it to this function. It doesn't change to this function. It just remains like that. And sometimes you don't even know you don't need to understand a lot about this, just at this stage. Otherwise, if you have to explain, this one may even take the whole evening. Okay. Even the way I'm explaining the code, can you imagine? I just explained 20 lines of code, and this code has 200. It's like 10 times. I have to take almost 10 times this time I just take to just explain this part of the code. Before I upload this code on the Arduino, I will show you step by step how to connect the USB, how to connect the port to Arduino, how to connect to the car, and how it works. I will show all of the things. Okay, I just want to explain how the program works. So you define this. Let me say, how do I say? Think of these numbers. Think of these numbers like some secret numbers. Number 92, 163, and 0. 0 is like no movement. backward, this one what will define as backward. Okay. Now we go for the speed level. Now, as we said from the beginning, the PWM speed level, it counts for a scale from 0 to 255, right? And then we want to define now which one we'll consider as a lowest level of speed, which one will be like a middle, and which one will be like a max speed. Some people may ask why we didn't put like a lowest speed 0, but 0 is stop, right? But we want something to go a little bit slow, but not to stop, right? So what we define on this code, we just define like 98. 98 is just 15%. Everything is here. And I just want to explain something. I realized I didn't explain this thing from the beginning. This part here, that is in gray, it's just called comments. I think most of people they know about it. It doesn't have any effect, it's just an explanation of the code. So there is nothing that is doing, just explain what is doing, what this code means and how it works, right? And remember, whenever you are editing a code, don't forget to add this part here, this guy here. This guy is everything. Otherwise, it will keep on telling you error, 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 error. This is the one that said to stop reading the line at that point. Okay. Okay. So before we go for a break, I will show again how to connect the car, like on live, how to connect the car to the computer, and how it will work, and how everything will go. Okay. Don't worry in the chat box. I just want to finish this part so that we know. When we finish this one, we connect the car to the computer, and then we finish the first experiment, and then we continue. Like I was saying, I was just explaining how this number works. So I think this is the most important thing to know, at least at this stage, right? How the car move fast, which is the number that defines the cars to move fast, how to control the speed. That's what this exercise does. Okay, let me just go straight to how to set the motor speed. This part. Most people may ask what is void, what is set motor speed, and all those things. We'll explain this all later, right? Okay. Now, here is something that I wanted to explain. What enables, remember that those things we define here, is so that you don't need to keep on writing, define. You just define it once, and then you come and start explaining. You don't need to go through it over and over and over again, right? How to enable to go low. Digits right between the parentheses. Sorry, here apparently my network is breaking. Okay. Please, am I audible? I think like. Okay, I'm fine. Okay. Okay. Okay, nothing. Now I'm back online. where were we? Okay, we're explaining how we are going low, how we are going high, right? I think here where we were. Okay. Okay. Now I think most of people they're still having problem. Before we continue with the void, with the change speed, let's start first. Let's start first just by showing people how to connect. Apparently, most of people they are still having some issues with connecting to connect their car or their boards to the computer. Okay, let me just turn on my computer, my camera, so that you can see. Okay, let's just go back to connecting. How do we connect it on the computer? Okay. Okay. I think most of people they're asking, think they cannot see. How do we connect the ESP32 to the computer? Okay. These are the two things. Okay. This is how it will go. Okay. We plug in here. This is the Arduino. This is where it is. So I'm just going back to not explain the code again because some people say they cannot understand how to connect it. This is the ports that we use. This is the Arduino. You just connect this part. And for the ESP32, it's just this board here. These ports. Okay. To connect to your computer is as normal as connecting the USB cable to your computer. Okay. Just as normal as connecting your device to, like you're charging the phone, like everything. But the difference between connecting and Arduino, the difference is that you have to read it. You have to make sure that your computer understands it and the computer reads it. That's the only thing to connect the computer. Okay. Let me just give. I'll just show my screen. At the same time, I'll show on Arduino how Arduino shows it. Okay. Let me just open a new sketch so that we will all understand and try to read it from here. Okay. Okay. This is what you will see. You see, for example, there is before I connect anything. You see, both of the cables, they are just here. I'm not connecting them to anything. Okay, I'm not connecting them to anything. Both of the cables, they are just here. And when you come here, you realize like there is no port, right? Here on Arduino, there is no port. Nothing is connected. So now, okay, let me show you here, right? Now I'm connecting. Now I'm about to connect my computer and the Arduino, and then you'll see the difference. Now, after you have connected, this is what will happen. Now I'm connecting and see what will happen directly here. You see? Now you can see directly like Arduino is connected. Now the difference between me and you, maybe you didn't define yet which Arduino you are going to use, right? That is the only difference. Maybe you didn't define yet port 6 is for what, but for me I've defined it already. But if you didn't do it yet, it's okay. You can still go here on tools, ports, and then the port will be here, and then you can select the port and then go board manager, and then okay, and then you can just select this one. You go to board, go to, if you haven't selected anything, when you click on board, it will take you to the place that I was saying to select Arduino. As you can see, for me here now, I've selected Arduino already. Whenever I select Arduino UNO, sometimes it won't display like Arduino UNO is rating Arduino UNO, but it may write Arduino EVR boards. It's still Arduino, so do not worry whenever you don't see it. Okay, this is how we know that it's working. Now next, when we want to go now to install ESP32, ESP32 is different, right? After installing, you realize that this light is on and some light inside there, right? That shows like it's working. There was some data that is still on blinking. Now the ESP32, when I want to connect it, ESP32 is different than Arduino. ESP32, first you have to import the library in case you don't have it. Okay, like I was saying, for some people, when you connect, you won't see it, but you need to download it. You will come here. After connecting, let me say for example, now when I'll connect my ESP32 on the board, on the computer, you will see the difference. Something will pop up around here. See, this is an unknown, the ESP32. Now I just connected my ESP32 on the computer. Now, how do I define this port? It will be like the ESP32. Maybe your computer and mine, if you didn't install yet the library of the ESP32, now you won't be able to recognize. First you need to select it, like I was saying. First you'll come here. If you have installed it, it will just be there. You go to board manager, you select board manager. You will see this part. What you need to do to download or to install the library, you just need to type ESP32, and then this one will come, this one here. Now here is the issue. Most of this version, especially for those who have downloaded the Arduino latest version, most of people, it may not accept to install most of the time. So what you do, you can download this one. If you have any Arduino higher version or latest version, you just go down and download this version of ESP32. This one easily works perfectly most of the time. It doesn't even disturb or install and then say the problem of data and anything. So that is how it is. Okay, you just download this one. It will help you to make your work easier. And just by default, you have two already here defined. So let me now connect this one. Let me connect this one as the ESP32. I'm changing to port 3. And then I define it as ESP32. Okay. This is what I'm using. Okay. That's what I will use. There's some people are saying they are not finding exactly what I'm saying, but well, after you upload it, you realize like it's the same. There's nothing complicated, just the way you use. For now, just know that. Okay. I hope at least I've explained to people after you have uploaded it how it works. Okay. We are just seeing our time because we may not have enough time to cover everything. So I'll just explain some few things and then we go on. Okay. Okay. So, okay, like I said, this is what you will see at first, at least. That's what you will see. I hope that some of us now, we know or we have seen what I was doing and how to connect it. Okay. So when you connect both and everything is working fine, you realize like COM6, which is the first COM, is defined for Arduino, and this COM is defined for ESP32. And to just make your work very easy before uploading everything. Remember, I want to say something. Before uploading anything, before you upload anything, remember, you have to disconnect this one. This is the one that powers the ESP32. So sometimes when you upload any program inside Arduino, it may damage, because of the power, it may damage the ESP32, right? So remember, before uploading anything, make sure you disconnect this one, this RX that powers the ESP32. Don't forget that every time before uploading. And sometimes when you upload, it may even show you an error because of this one. Okay, remember that. Let's just keep on remember, don't forget, so that you may not damage and then you have to look for another device or another component just because you forget to do that. Okay, now we continue with our explanation now. Okay, where were we? Okay. Now, after you have finished to do all of the things, you have checked and you have seen everything that I was explaining to you there, because I had to come back and explain to people. Okay. Now we go to the one of the most important parts of our program, the void setup. All the information above there, try to ignore it, at least for now, so that we will know what to do. What this void setup does, like I said from the beginning, it will just help you to run the program once. How do we define it? Okay, we are just defining all the pins, how it will run, how it will be, if is an output, if in an input, how it will run just a program at least for once. For those who don't know, this parts here, it just helps us to understand the machine language, that opens the communication between the computer and what you are doing. All these things, don't worry about it. Let me not explain because of time. You're not explaining everything, but at least the most important things we will explain. Okay. All of these parts, they are just printing messages. Sometimes when you print, you'll see on the output, sometimes when you want to check the results, whenever you're starting seeing the output, this part here, it will just display these messages like a structure that is creating. Okay. Now, this part is the part that you'll be waiting for your answer, and the part that will be displaying while it's going live. Okay. What is this command is doing right now? We have explained most of these things above. Here, I just want to explain this part of the code. Okay. What that this part here does is just read whenever you type anything. Okay. Whenever you type anything, this is what is you read it here. This part here is just what is explaining to you. Like I said, there's some specific letters that you will be typed. They were defined here in this command here. It defines what is forward. It defines what is backward. It defines what is stop. What is the speed? So this one is just first for direction and for speed level. Which direction is going and which level of speed we are using while you're using that direction. Okay. In the code also, it's very simple. There are even some text that you can really understand what the code is doing. Just like this, we just spend almost an hour just on the simplest part of our code today. We still have 3 more to go. Okay. So, like I said from the beginning, with this code, the only thing that you have to understand is that the BMW is helping our car to move and to change direction. Which speed are we moving in and which direction are we moving to? Okay. That's as simple as we can do. Now, after you finish this program, here is something that I wanted to tell you. Okay. Before uploading the program, remember, check on my video. This part, you have to be disconnected. When you use this place, is to verify if your code is good. Let me just show you, for example, I want to verify if all of this code is good. You see, something is wrong. Okay, something is wrong right here. And this is now what you're trying to explain. Every time before you upload anything, before you change anything, before you define anything, make sure everything is right. Okay, let me finish. Now let's fix. Good. before I take time, so I just open the new program to make it easy for us to go and not start again. Let me put, like I was explaining, when you open a program, you check to verify if the program is going okay. After you have checked, it will show that the compilation is done and the program is good. So before we upload the program, we check first if the program is good. The one I was using, like when I was typing, when I was moving the car, I changed this line of code here. So I put the comment inside the code, which created like a bug in the code. Okay. So this one, I already start using my device right here. Okay. But that's not an objective right now. I just want to upload this code inside my Arduino, and then the Arduino can tell me what I'm doing. Okay. What you're seeing here, this output, this serial, normally without to add the serial is like the one that shows you just the output, what is going on. Here is when you upload something and you want to see the design of what you're uploading. So to see the output, or to give you a place for a command, first you need to upload it. You need to open the serial monitor. This program is for another. This result is from example number 2. Okay. So now I want to upload this one inside my Arduino, and then you will see something here which show that we are uploading something. Okay. So here I'm uploading, and you will see like that LED showing that yes, you're uploading something. And here now, like you see, let me show you. Let me hold the car like this, and then I will try to upload the. Okay, I'll try to upload to just send the command, and you can see what the car will do. Okay. Let me just put the car right here. Let me say, for example, I want the car to go forward. I'll just use the letter F here and type enter. And then you'll see why it's not moving. It's not moving because it's not powered. Okay. Now I powered the battery. Now the car is going forward. Okay. It's going this way. Now I want the car to stop. I will just click on Command S. Remember, we defined all of this command somewhere in the void setup and void loop. Okay, these are the part that you are using. You're just using this command, and this one are these things that you are seeing just right here. It even tells you what to do and how is it working. Okay. Now to stop the car, I just want to type this Command S, and the car will stop. Okay. We just want to continue. Which Command S did we learn? We learned also the Command B, backward. The car is going backward. Okay. I'm just putting here because of the space of where I am, so that you can see how the car is moving. But later on, we will give you a small space or a small demonstration video. You can see how it's moving forward, how it's moving backward. Okay. Now, you can still change the speed, lower speed or high speed. Okay. Now, when I want to change just the speed, the only thing I can do is just to type the letter L, and the speed will change. Now, when I want to go fast, I'll type, for example, I want to type the medium speed. You can even hear from the sound, like the sound is even changing. When you want to go full speed is F. Remember, these are the values. These are the values that we know. Okay. With the numbers. Full speed is this number. Middle speed is this one. And low speed is this one that you will see here. Oh, sorry, I forgot to check the chat box in case some people are not seeing what I'm saying. Okay, see in the chat box someone said they can they cannot see any port. Okay, for the code that was sent, I think we just see on the file. Okay, when you open the file, you see they are like codes that are divided into 3. Okay, let me show you. They'll be like this. Okay, the program I'm using is this file number 1. Okay, the second one that we'll use it will be number 2, but for now we just want to use number 1. And for now, let's just try to take a break and then try to understand what you have been doing. Meanwhile, I'll just want to give a small demonstration of what I was saying. Okay, let me just disconnect and then, okay, I forgot to say something. After you have uploaded the program inside the Arduino, now for it to work independently than the computer, you can even remove from the computer and you can try it later when you have added, your command here. But that one can only work when you add the ESP32 and use the Wi-Fi. Okay, this is just a simple knowledge that we wanted to show you. Let's just take a break for maybe some 10 minutes and then we'll come back and continue. Okay, we are back. We are back in our class. Please, just give me a sign if I'm audible. Please, just in the chat. Yeah, just give me a sign if I'm audible so that we can continue. Yeah, we are going to part 2 of today. Okay, so the first part of our class today was about controlling the speed of the car, right? Just to control the speed of the car. The next part that you're about to talk now is the part that talks about the distance. How are we going to control the distance? Okay. How is the distance? How we'll control the distance? So, if you are ready, I'll just go straight. Here we're just going to use now the ultrasound. And what the part 2 does, this is our part 2. The only thing it does is just to control and detect the distance with the ultrasound and the sound module by the sound module with Arduino. Okay, sorry. And the next thing is to display it with ESP32. Now the good stuff now starts. ESP32. Okay. Now we are starting the second project. The first one was just to teach us how we move the car forward, backward, to stop, how to increase the speed, how to put mid speed, and all of that we could see it through the program just by running the program. Okay, that was just a small summary. So project 1, what are we doing? Through Arduino, we send signal with the PWM, which will control the motor driver, and the motor will control and it will spin the wheel. That's all we were controlling, and that's all we were doing. Okay, that's all about project 1. That's what we were doing. So there were nothing. It was not something very complicated. For project 2, what are we doing? Okay, this is what you are doing. Is project 2. Okay, sorry. So we're talking about project 2. Which is just to control and to display. Okay. From what I see, the first one, project number 1, really took our time, so we won't dwell too much in a lot of explanation. We'll just go to the practicality already. Okay. So what project number 2 does? Project number 2 is only that the user, through the web page, you'll send a command to the ESP32. The ESP32 will give you a distance. You send it to Arduino, and Arduino will move the motors the direction you want it. Okay. So basically, that will be all about project number 2. We just control our car through a web page. Okay. Controlling our car through a web page. That's all. There's nothing very, 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 very complicated. Okay. If you feel like you're still not getting it, just let me know in the chat, and then I will try to see how I can help again to explain things like in the simple way. Okay. So we are about to go to the codes. before we go to the codes, let's just ask all the questions that we may ask, and then we go directly to the codes. Okay, we are just now okay, two of our components, only two of our components that they are in play now. We are using all the sensors, all of them. We are using ESP32, and we'll be using also the ultrasonic module. Okay, so when it comes to the codes, how do I explain this? Okay, let's now go back to Arduino. First, we have two Arduino projects that we want to use. One is the ESP32, and another one is the Arduino from the project. Now, to open the Arduino, like I said, they will send you the files, the codes, how to open. So the only thing you just do is just to go through your file first. Sorry, you look where did you store the files. Let me say, for example, me is here on training. Okay, just to display the distance. Okay, that is what is all. So that the car can stop or can tell you, right? There are two projects. The first project is Arduino part 1, part 2 is the ESP32. Okay, so we are just going to open the Arduino for the exercise, for the project number 2, which will help us to read the ultrasound. Okay, and here, down here, you will always see which COM are you using, which ports are you using. Okay, these parts I've explained it to define, where we define everything. Now, the new thing that just entered inside our code, okay, is just trig and echo, right? Trig and echo. That's the only new thing just added on our code at this stage, right? In the constant integer. So the first thing what does const int does? First, is like a trigger, like I said from the beginning. It sends the waves or the sound, anything that you can want to say. If you want to shout like you're in a room, it sends the waves. And this constant int, the pin 12, that's one that sends. The pin 13 is the one that receives the sound. Okay, so this program is very simple and very easy. We still have the same thing, but okay, now they are different. Now we are defining some few numbers. As you can see, we added some few numbers. This now, except just going forward, backward, now we added left, right, top left, bottom left, right left, top right, sorry, bottom right, and turn left. Okay, these are just the numbers that we define so that Arduino can understand. Like we said from the beginning, is that our secret codes. Okay, we don't need to know or to speak a lot about it. Okay, now let's go to this part. Now the float here, this is what I just want to explain from which one we start. We start from 0 using centimeters. So what we are using just centimeters. Okay, so here we want to explain what does this function do here. You want to go it step by step. Okay. For those who like, you can start by trig low, trig high, trig the way you want it. Okay. Just feel free. Now, digital write trig high. It sends short sound pulse, right? This one here. This is the time that he waits. This function here is just to explain what he waits. The funny thing about, even here you'll see what some explanation here. Okay, so we just send the pulse. Here is just a delay. The delay is what? Just to wait for the response, to wait for something that will happen. Okay, so let me say, for example, when we send the pulse here, we are waiting for 15, we are waiting the 15th millionth of the second, okay, to get the response. That's what we define it. Okay, so when we trig low here, right trig low is just stop sending the pulse. The word, we are not sending anything. Here is where we are sending something. Okay, now here is the explanation of what you're sending. We are converting time, the time that we'll be sending. This function is the function that converts the time to seconds. You know, the distance or the time for it to reach an obstacle and come back. This is the function that controls that part. It's just to convert it. Convert from distance to time. Okay, that's what this part of the function does. Again, we go back to this part, the same as the previous one. The only thing we just added the pin for the output and the pin for the input. The output here is just the one that sends the pulse, that sends the sound, that sends the waves, and this one is what that receives it. Okay, so from that we are good to go. This one is just called to the same, that to display the distance from which side to which side and all the things. So very soon we're about to see how it works. Okay. Here is easy to understand and easy to see. So the only thing just I want to do, and we just wait for 0.5 seconds for the response to come or for the measurement to happen, and then we can start another cycle. Okay, now like I said from the beginning, to upload the program in Arduino, make sure it's connected to the COM, to the ports, and then you can upload it. We want to see if it's working or not. Okay, so now he has uploaded. You can see here now, let me give you an example. You can see here. So what we are doing is that we are detecting which distance this place is for. Okay, let me give you just an illustration here, just a demonstration. The distance between, okay, let me show you like this. So the distance between the ultrasound and my hand is 5 centimeters. And you can see it when you upload it, will be just like this. Okay, remember this part is still not connected yet from the ESP32. So what we do is just come here to the serial monitor to see the output of what you are doing. This one is before you see it from the website. Okay, before we use the ESP32, it's just to check if your program is working or not. Okay, so when you check, you see my hand is coming close. Let me try to find. Okay, let me use my screwdriver. Okay, so when I put my screwdriver here, it shows the distance as you can see there on the screen. Now, when I come far, it's still showing the distance where I'm going very far. So that's all that this program will do. Now, what we want to do now, we want to use the ESP32 to send it to a web page where we can see not only hearing, but we can not only see just here on Arduino, but we can be able also to see it on our screens or on our phones or anything that we want to do. Okay, but for me, since I want to use the computer, I'll just show the demonstration from my computer. Okay, I'll just show it from my computer so that you can see exactly what you will see on your phone. You remember from the beginning I said that the ESP32 with its helper, it helped us to connect to the phone or to connect to the computer. The only thing we just need to use is the same Wi-Fi, okay, or same hotspots. I've uploaded my code in Arduino, so this one we know that is working. Okay, now we are going now to upload the ESP32 to be able to see now on the website or on your phone. Okay, I'm going to open. Like I said, they will send you the package, okay, and in that you will find everything that you will need. Is on the training project number 2. Go to ESP32 and then you open. Now they will bring you the ESP32 slide, okay, or sketch. This one. They will bring you this one, okay. Like I said from the beginning, you need to upload or to change the COM. Like for me, I'm using COM3 for ESP32. Is this COM here you can see. So what's the beauty about the ESP32? The ESP32 is just connect our small car to the internet so that you will be able to see the distance on your phone, on your screen. Okay. Now, here are some new functions that we can see. On the program or on the codes that they will send to you, the place that you have to come and change Okay. Okay. I think now I'm audible. I will believe that now I'm audible. Yes, I just have an issue with the the uploading of something. Okay, like I was explaining from the beginning, this part is a very simple code. Just the only thing, what does it do? It just is to it help us only to connect our ESP32 to the internet. So on the code, the only thing you'll just change on the code is just the Wi-Fi. For you, I believe now is something like dot 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 dot, right? And here too is the same. To be able to connect to the Wi-Fi, I don't know which Wi-Fi you're using. Let me say, for example, now I want to hotspot to with my phone or to my phone. Okay. So I'll just go back to how it was. Me, I just want to connect to my phone. It's the one that I just hotspot it so that I won't be connected to any other Wi-Fi that will make it slow, because I'm downloading some few things, and a Wi-Fi we're using like many people. So now, after you've connected everything, it's time now to upload your code. Okay. You verify if the code is right. Everything is good. Remember, for me, it's not asking much, right? Because I've connected it automatically to the pin tree. It can recognize it. Okay. Remember, as I'm about to upload it on the as I'm about to upload it here on the Arduino board, I'll make sure that the RX cables are not connected. Okay. And then I will upload it first and then connect later. Why? We don't want to damage the ESP32 because of the power. Okay. Now, after we have uploaded it, the ESP32 will send you a website, which is this part, with this command will say, okay. First, it will print, it will write down that you are connected first. When you are connected, next, it will display here. It will display the IP address, which one will copy and paste on any browser we'll use to be able to see how things are moving, how the distance is going. Okay. Now, first, before I connect, you see, to connect to this, but for now, this is the IP address, but he cannot work or he cannot give me information because why? I didn't connect yet to the ESP30, to the Arduino, right? From here, everything is fine. Even if I copy, it will be fine, but there on the website, it will show me no data sending. It's not sending any data. Let me give you let me show you. Okay, after you upload, let me just go here and upload it and open it. You'll see first, nothing is working. Why? Because it's not even working at all, because I haven't connected the ESP32 on the board. But now let's see what will happen when I connect it after uploading. Okay. You see, after I've connected it directly, it starts showing me the distance. Okay. And then now we want to go to the website and then now try to find and to see from our computer. Okay. You know what I did? I just hit the button reset so that it can start afresh and then allow me to see. So what I will do is what? Let me bring this thing here. What I'm doing is that I'm opening this one. I paste that IP address. I copied the one that the ESP32 gave me, right? And then I log in. And this is what will show me. And it will be a live situation. You know, for example, what you are seeing on my screen is the distance. You are not seeing anymore on the on Arduino, but now what you are seeing, we are seeing it now on the website or on your phone, as you can see. Me, I'm just using the website here so that you will be able to see how it's working. As my car is going far, the distance is increasing. Okay. If we keep on increasing the distance will increase. Keep on increasing. If we come closer, it's reducing. Even tell you very close, very, very, very close. And down here you can see the range. Okay, the range, maximum range of where you can go, and the speed rate. I trust that this one is good. Okay. So this is the interface that you'll see. The same thing you'll see here is the same thing that you'll see also on your phone. So basically that was all about part 2. Part 2 was just about to display now online the distance from the ultrasound to send it online so that you can use it on your phone, you can use it remotely. Okay, so now this is the thing. Since it's online, now let's try to see what can happen. For example, okay, I want to remove it from the port, to not plug it again. I want to remove it and see what will happen. Okay, I remove from the ESP32. See, I disconnect also the Arduino, but it's still working. It's online. Why? It's online because we have already started the cool stuff, like I was saying from the beginning. We have a power here, the power that's still on powering the Arduino and the ESP32. And from here now, even from far, without being connected, you can see how it's detecting the distance. So this is the distance from here to the wall. This one is from this side. Now here I'm just online. Okay, I'm off. It's not connected to anything, like I was saying. It's just detecting the obstacle. Now, after finishing this part, which I believe we just understood, it was just the code to detect the distance. Now we are going to some of the important things to do right now, just to explain the code, and then we move on. Okay. If you still can't understand, please just ask us the question in the chat box and we will answer you. Okay. Later on, I'll connect to a phone and then I'll show you how it works also on the phone. It's not only on the website. You can even copy from any browser and then you connect it to your phone. Okay. You connect it to the phone, you can connect to the PC, both of them. But me, I'm just working with PC because I'm sharing my screen so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. Now, after we have finished this part, now we want to go to the next project. Remember to plug the stuff in back, right? Okay. I'll put back my Arduino. And there'll be a sound on the computer. Now it will say, okay, the board is connected. But because this one here is the ESP32, the board still is not connected. Okay, it's not connected. And anytime when you remove this one, the Wi-Fi will go off. It's like it's not connected, it's not powered, there's nothing that is happening. But remember, before you upload the third project, you still have to remove this. This one is the most important part also to remember. Okay. Now, next, we want to go for another project number 3. If you remember, I said from the beginning, we'll have this one, right? We have finished part 2. Now we are going part 3. How to control the robot motor system online on the same website. Okay. Project number 3. What are we doing? We are just uploading the projects which you will find in the file that we'll send on a GitHub. They will send the GitHub account that will find everything. You can download anything, you just follow. So the purpose of us showing this is not that you just copy and paste. No, it's for you to go learn the code and try to make something better. Okay, to try to make something better, not the same thing we are doing. Okay. Now, it may look a lot for you today, but please make sure you come back to the video and then watch again. Okay. This is the Arduino parts. What we'll put in Arduino. Most of the time, it doesn't change. They are just, the few changes that they are happening, they are just, how do I explain this? They are very, very small changes. They are not something very complicated. Now, for these parts, what we are doing here we are just coming to control the car from the website, not only to move the car again. So, project number 3, it helps us to control the car from a distance. To control the car from the distance. That's all that you are doing, controlling the car from distance. And most of codes, you realize we don't change much. Okay, we don't change much. It's still the same. We just added some few things. Okay, we just add some few things. Nothing complicated. So project number 3, what are we doing? The user will use the web page, the web interface, to control the ESP32, and then the ESP32 will send the message to Arduino, and the Arduino will control the motors. So now what we are doing here, we are controlling the car using internet. Something very remote, nothing complicated, very, very simple. We are just controlling the car remotely on internet. Okay. So one thing that I wanted to tell us is that in each code, we may repeat the same thing over and over and over and over again, but there is always that one most important part. Here you see, here's that what will be printed on the serial monitor, same as the one before. Okay, setup same, but now when we are defining things here, that's where things are changing. Okay, because of time, we are not only staying too long explaining the code, but at least try to understand the code by yourself, even at home, if possible. Okay, I'm just showing the code that you will use and how to upload the code. It's just as simple as that. This one is just explaining the direction. If you put forward, it will respond this way. If you put that, else it will respond this way. It's just to define the program, how the car will work, how it will do remotely. Okay. They are very basic things that we are just explaining. We are not going through over and over and over again. Okay. After you have this part, please, you just upload it. Check, you verify it first, and then you upload. Now, see this part. You know, we uploaded Arduino. This one is Arduino code. It's not ESP32 code. But see, when you upload it, you remember it's still connected to the ESP32 module. So first you change it, and then you'll see here it will change before you upload. Next, you have to remove also this one to not damage the ESP32, and then we can go on. Okay, then we upload. Everything is perfect. So the codes, they are good, but this code, they are meant to be changed by you, not by me, for example. All the things that have been explained inside the code, change it and make some cool things, you know, some cool stuffs. Next, we just want to upload now. After we are finished to upload the Arduino board, for the Arduino parts, now we are going to the ESP32. Okay. Now we open the ESP32, which will always open aside. And then I'll just bring it here since I'm sharing the portion screen. Okay. Sharing the portion screen here. Okay, for these parts, because I just finished using Arduino, uploading on Arduino, and my ESP32 was not connected, now it's connected. Remember what I said is what? Every time you have to come and find the ports. Okay, the ESP32 is not connected, so I come and connect again, and then he comes here. But why? But I have to define it again because at first I didn't define it. So now I'm coming here. Sorry. I come here. I define the ports 3. I change. Now, it's like Arduino is on both. But now what I want it for ESP32. So I will do that. It's done. And then you can see like everything is fine. Okay. Every time, always remember to change back to normal. To change back to normal. Always change back to normal. Okay. Always change back to normal. Always change it back to normal. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. It's very simple, and don't forget that. Okay. So what this car will be doing right now. On day 1, we thought about the set motor direction, which gives us the speed. Handle speed com, which we saw from the ESP32 sketch, is just there to set speed from the website. Handle direction command is to set direction from the web. The process serial command was just also there to keep on checking the inputs that we are doing. That's what Arduino will be doing all the time. And the ESP32 for this project number 3 is just there to connect to the Wi-Fi, to start the web server, and to wait just for the button to be pressed and send the command to Arduino. That's all that you are doing on this part. If it's too much, just let us know in the chat box and we'll give more explanation. So we are just trying to see how fast we can do so that everyone can get something. Okay. So now I'm just going to upload my code, my sketch on the in the ESP32. Remember, this part is still disconnected. I'm waiting for it to upload. This is the command that I was just explaining. This one is just to start the web and create, and then it will display everything that you need if you're connected to the right Wi-Fi. Okay, let me give you an example. You see, for this one, I'm not connected to my own Wi-Fi. This is the Wi-Fi when I was using when I was at home. He will give me this website, but now when I want to display or I want to put it online, it won't work. Why? Because it's not the same Wi-Fi as I'm using. So which Wi-Fi I'm using? I'm using my iPhone Wi-Fi, which is iPhone and the password. Okay, then now I'll upload and it will give me a new browser, a new IP address so that I can download and put it on the website. Okay. So what I'm waiting for here is just the IP address so that I can copy it on the browser, and then I can start changing the direction of my card the way I want. Okay. Okay. It's done compiling. So this one, since I was just using the same website, what I will just do is it's just to go and refresh my website. The IP address, I didn't change anything on the IP address. Okay. This is what you will see. I didn't change anything on the IP address. What I just did is just to refresh it. And this is the interface that you will see. At the end, I will also connect to my device so that you can see from both camera and on the computer. Me, I'm just showing you on the computer so that you can see what is happening. Okay. Before it works, remember, you have to plug back this here. And then, now, what I'm trying to do is just... Now, I'm trying to use and to control the car remotely. When I put forward, you see, the car now is moving forward. I'm just putting here so that you can see from my camera. Okay. This here is just this bar here. the only thing it does just to control the speed. If I increase the speed also, we will increase here too. Okay, so that's how it will be working. If I'll put also stop, it will stop also. But if I keep on increasing, it will increase at the same time we are doing. Okay. So now you can try anything that you will like to try. But because of time, I'll just show us. Now I'm controlling it remotely. It's not again connected to anything. Okay. Near I stop, I go backward. Okay. I will also make at the end. I'll make a video that shows what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. Now let's show the practical part. I want to remove both of the things and then put the car on the. Okay. And then here now, what I want to do is just try to create a space where you can see. Okay, let me say, for example, when I do forward, I don't have a big space here in front of me. So let me just try to do this so that you can know. The car is not connected to anything. Okay. So when I do forward, I stop. Backward, I stop. So that's what is happening with the car. Now I'm able to control my car remotely due to this thing, and at the same time he will tell me which speed am I going with. I can increase and I can reduce the speed. Okay. Okay, let me just try again. I reduce the speed because of the space that I have, because if I put a very fast speed, the only thing we just see just the car is flying. Okay, just when they just go somewhere. Okay, let me just backward. Okay, so that will be the part that we just finished to do right now. So that is project 3 that you'll be doing. Please, when you come back to this, and we will also create videos which one will upload each project by project, not everything at the same time, because it may seem too much at once. Okay. So let's take a 5-minute break and then we'll come and we do the last part of today's training. Remember, the video will be online. You'll have all the time of the world to come and have an experiment. You can come and see and do anything that you want. You see, here is a part that will tell you that the ESP32 is shown. Okay. That was a part of our plan and our project. So next we'll do, which is the last part of today's project, but for that let's just take some minute for break. Let's just take maybe some 5 minutes and then we come back. Okay, welcome back again. We just want to finish this part so that we can continue with our class. Okay. Now, like what I was saying, now before we continue, for the last part that I was discussing, I just want to show you. I just picked a phone somewhere so that I can show you how both interface will work. Okay, this one is what you will see on the computer. At the same time, I'm having a device here. See, you can do the same. You just to copy the same IP address. Just copy the same. Okay, it's a bit blue. But from my side, I can still see the same IP address. Okay, you can see it from here. It's the same IP address from both device. Okay, then I'll just go here, and then now here I can control the car with my phone. Okay, when I'll click on move, it will move forward. When I'll click for it, it will go backward. Okay, it's the same thing. Let me go back to the normal Wi-Fi. Okay. Okay. I just connected to the same Wi-Fi. It was not connected to the same Wi-Fi. So now you can see I can connect and I can stop. You can go forward, you can go backward the way I will want it to be. Okay. So at the same time as I was talking, the same thing, like my space is quite small, so I'm just trying to reduce the speed so that I can change and I can move my car. Okay. Now from here you can see, so if I put forward, this is my phone, I'm controlling my phone. Put forward, it will go forward. If I put backward, it will go backward. It's the same as on the computer, right? And you can open in both at the same time. Yes. But for me here, I just want to be able to see and to control it from my phone, so I had to pick another phone so that I can try to show you like both, it can still work in the same way. And at the end, why? I will need the phone because at the end, the most important part it will be to use just the phone to change and do any practical things that we like to do. Okay, forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, and we stop. Okay, so now we are going to the part number, to the project number 4. Which now will not only, it will be a visual project. It's not only an, it will be now a visual project. So yeah, let's go now. Like I was saying from the very beginning, we have the codes. We will send you the code. The only thing we just need to do is what? Upload the code. Remember to always remove before you upload any new code inside the board. Do not damage the board. Okay. So now the only thing now I'm doing is just uploading the code and let the thing move. Okay. The next thing now we are doing here is just to upload this code. Okay, so it's here. Just want to upload the new code for project number 4. Like I was still saying, So project number 4, that's what we wanted to do, is just to have a full integration of the smart car robot. Now to do what we want to do. What project number 4 is doing is what? We are working together with everything. Now we are having the real robot. I mean the real robot, the real control, remote control. For project number 1, we just control the speed and what? We just control the speed, control just the speed for the motor. Program number 2, we see the distance to the ultrasound. Okay. Project number 3 now is to control it remotely without the vision. Now, the last part, now we want to control the full robot with vision. Okay. So this part is what? Motor, sensor, web control. That's all that you are doing for part 4. We are using 4 main components. Okay. We are using the Arduino. We are using the ESP32, ultrasound sensor, and motor. It goes like this. From the sensor to Arduino, to ESP32, to the website, from the website to the ESP32, Arduino to motor. That's how it goes. Okay. Now, this will be like this. We will define with the code. Okay, let me go back. Let me go to the code so that I can explain through the code instead of just explaining like it's not a practical thing. Okay, let me open this code. This is code number 4, which you will have. Okay. What code number 4 does in Arduino? Here we are going to check the obstacles. If there is an obstacle somewhere, we stop. We turn back. Okay. If something is not going right, we stop. We go back. Okay. So the main functions that you want to see here in the Arduino, is the motor, which is the direction and the speed. Okay. We'll use the ultrasound to measure the sound. At the same time, we'll put a code inside that will help us to avoid distance, just to measure. When you see the wall, it turns back. Okay. Which will be this part that we'll explain here. Now, these parts, that was said that whenever we meet an obstacle, we stop. It's like any obstacle, if is above, that's what this code is saying. If the distance is about 20 centimeters, you continue forward. If is less, you change the direction. Okay. Or you stop. Fantastic. And the above is still the same lines of code, but we just added this one, the avoiding obstacle, inside the code. The same code as the one before. Okay. You can see here is the direction, here is the speed. Okay. Now this part of the function here right now is just here to communicate with the ESP32. It replies the distance. Okay. Avoid setup, still the same like we were talking. You'll just be printing like when the Arduino is ready, and it will just, what is going now on the loop now is what we'll see, the distance from the computer and all those things. Okay. They just upload it, sorry. Now we just want to upload our code. Let me reduce it and make it more smaller. Let me check and upload the code in Arduino. The code is already uploaded in Arduino. Remember, here. Now I want to put and upload the code for the ESP32. Okay, I'll just go here and open the file where I will find my codes, upload the ESP32 code, and then start playing now with my car. Okay. Remember, when you open the ESP32, always remember to change the port to 3 first, and then change the board that you will use. Okay, don't forget that. Always remember every time when you plug in, after plugging out. Okay, so now it's fine, you can see it here, and then I'm uploading it. On these parts, one of the things that you realize is, if I can say, just see the serial tags, what it will just be doing. Okay, it will just be communicating with the ESP32 and the Arduino at the same time to know what is happening. Like, it will be communicating with Arduino at the frequency of 500 milliseconds to tell this is right, this is wrong, this is working, this is not working, and all those things. And there are a lot of things that we will add on this project. We will add, you can use the light in case you're in a place where it's dark. You can use a lot of things. Okay. Now you can see now they have given me the website, which one, the one I have to use. Okay. Now first I have to check. Each Wi-Fi has its own website, IP address, if I can say, for those who like to call it like that. So me here, I'll just change. First, always remember to change the Wi-Fi name. Kim12, so that it can take me back to my normal website. This is the website that I was using. The IP address that I was using. The IP address that I was using before. So the web page that will take me is the web page that we have been using previously with the same Wi-Fi and other different things. Okay. So let me upload again. And then I will go and change, and then now I will show you from a distance how our car is working. So like I was saying, what is the big picture of all these projects? First, the Arduino will just be there to drive the motor and to measure the distance. The ESP32, what it does is just the Wi-Fi plus the web server and the camera, and to control the car from distance. Okay. Those language that will be talking there, the serials, is just a language that the machine used to talk to each other. The board they used to talk to each other. Okay. The button of the web page, they're just there to command the Arduino. That is as simple as it can be. Okay. So I wanted to show you something, but it's going very fast. So what I want to do is this. I'm going to the same page that I was using that still have this one. It still has the same IP address. What I'll just do is just to refresh, and then it will be something very different. You see, now what am I seeing here? Now is something very cool and very amazing. First, here is the camera. From the code, we added the camera as well. Okay, here is the camera. You will see it is working. If I put my hand here, you'll see my hand in front of the camera. Okay, let me just do this. See, if I do this, I put my hand here, you'll see it's a live thing. Okay, it's live. Here it will show you the distance, how close it is, how far it will be. Okay, this one, it will display the distance. Sorry, this is the control. Sorry, this is the control. If I want to make it go right, I want to make it go left, you want to go here. But because of the space here, I won't do it. I'll just use it on my phone so that you can see. Okay. This one, it will be turn left, turn right, turn everything. And this one is just to turn the lights on. If you want to turn the lights on, if you want to turn it off. Okay. Here they're saying like the Arduino is not responding. Okay. Why? Let me now connect this thing. See, directly system connected. Now you can even see the distance now. Since I've just connected the RX cable, you can see it's like now is a really live thing. Okay, the distance now is okay. Fantastic. So what I want to do now, I want to go to my phone. I've loaded it already on here. So what I want to, so that I can give you, I'll show you some experiment. I just want to disconnect it and then bring it now here to my phone. And then I'll just switch off the camera so that you can see exactly from the camera how things they are going. Okay. Let me stop the sharing of my screen. Let me come back. Okay. Let me connect my phone now so that you can see. Okay. So I'll go back here and I'll just reload. Okay. You know, reload, and then it'll be able to show me the both things. Okay. And then later on, I will be now able to change and see the direction of what is going on here, what is going on there. Okay. Now, the thing that I wanted to explain is that the camera cannot show at both devices at the same time. It can only show at one device at a time. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to disconnect it from so I want to create now the space where I can try to do something and you guys can see what I've been talking about. Okay, let me stop this so you can only see the camera. Okay. So basically this is what we'll be doing. Okay, let me see. Now we want to move the car. The reason why you are seeing like the screen looks like it's black because the room is too big and the car is, you know. So what I want to do is what? I want to switch on the light so that you can see some more. Okay. So with this one, I want to see where my car is going. So let me refresh it. And then now you can see, right? Oh, sorry. I realized that I'm not showing. So what is here is like, I'm seeing everything that my car is seeing. Let me switch off the lights. Then you can see, okay? So what I'm doing right now is what? I'm moving the car now remotely. Okay. You can see, and I can see exactly what is happening. Okay. same time. So I'm just controlling it from this place. Okay. Same. Then when I want my car back, I just call it backward. And the car is back. So the only thing I'm doing, just using this place, and the car is moving. Like I was saying, that's the only cool stuff now we're doing, because the screen is not as big as it can be. But if you're using maybe a Pro Max, you can see everything that you'll be doing. And when you find the obstacle, wait, let me try to find an obstacle and then you'll see. They try to go up to less. See, when you're about to close, it stops. Okay. When you reduce, when it's too close, when it's very close, less, the car will stop by itself. Okay. So that's basically all that you'll be doing with our own car. And I know after we are finished, so where I am is just in a place where there are a lot of things, but this is all that we do with our car. You control it remotely, and then now you'll be able to add a lot of features. Okay, you can add something that how to follow a pattern, how to follow a line, how to stop when you find an obstacle. So that will be all up to you. Okay. So in all, that is what our car will be able to do. Okay. That's what our car will be able to do. You direct it like right now here, like I want to show you again. Here, it's close to me right now. Okay. I can pull it back a little bit, and you can see that my hand now is showing properly. Okay. I can pull it back, I can push it in front, it will go. So basically that's all that you will see with our car. And if you'll have any question, please feel free to ask, and we'll be able to answer you. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for following us. Thank you for watching. And please, if you have any other question, feel free to ask us, and we will definitely come back to you. Okay. So yeah, that was all about today. I know it's a lot of information, but keep on checking our website, our YouTube channel, and we will give you more details and more. We will have more videos. We will try to divide the project into 4 videos so that you'll be able to see and to understand project by project. We could not cover everything just today because it's a lot. Okay, so thank you so much, and see you very soon. See you very soon at the competition, and good luck to the winners, to the competitors, and congratulations to the winner. I know the winner is already there. And don't be limited to what you will send to you. Feel free to upgrade the robot functions. Okay, feel free to upgrade them. Don't just because we send this and then we'll keep it like that, because at the end everyone will have the same thing. Get time to understand the codes, how the code works, and how it will be doing one by one. Okay, thank you so much, and have a blessed day.